In his preface to the book, Stephen Cahn shares with readers the origins of the volume and the intentions behind its creation. He reveals that the book is a product of a credit-bearing 14-week course that he taught to doctoral students in philosophy at the City University of New York Graduate Center for nearly a decade. This course was designed to impart essential insights on teaching philosophy, and Cahn sought to capture these insights in writing so that they could be accessible to a wider audience. The book is divided into 14 chapters, with the first 7 focusing on fundamental topics related to teaching philosophy. These chapters offer advice on a range of issues, including the responsibilities of a teacher, how teachers can be successful, common concerns that teachers may face, the evaluation of student work through papers and examinations, the grading process, and the role of a teacher in the classroom. These chapters serve as a foundational guide for educators looking to improve their teaching practices and create a more engaging and effective learning environment for their students. The following 6 chapters in the book delve into specific topics that are likely to arise in teaching an introductory philosophy course. These chapters provide practical strategies for addressing challenges that may emerge in the classroom, such as facilitating discussions on complex philosophical concepts, engaging students in critical thinking and analysis, and navigating sensitive topics with care and respect. By offering concrete examples and solutions to common issues, these chapters equip educators with the tools they need to effectively teach philosophy to a diverse group of students. The book concludes with a call to action for professors and universities to prioritize teaching as a central aspect of their academic mission. Cahn advocates for specific policy changes and institutional commitments that demonstrate a genuine dedication to fostering a culture of excellence in teaching. By emphasizing the importance of taking teaching seriously, Cahn challenges educators to reflect on their teaching practices and work towards creating a more inclusive and supportive learning environment for all students. In the chapter entitled A Teacher's Responsibilities, Cahn reminds us of the important role teachers play in guiding their students.
In Chapter 6, Cahn discusses the weight of responsibility that educators bear in their role as teachers. He acknowledges that instructors may never fully realize the impact of their words and actions on their students. This is a powerful reminder of the influence that educators have on the lives of their students. I wholeheartedly agree with Cahn's sentiments on the importance of recognizing the impact of our role as educators. It is essential for us to approach our work with care, thoughtfulness, and a strong sense of responsibility. By providing students with clear guidance, feedback, and support, we can help them succeed academically and personally. One notable aspect of teaching philosophy is the importance of encouraging students to think for themselves and question everything. Cahn stresses that students should be exposed to a variety of viewpoints and encouraged to formulate their own opinions based on careful reasoning and evidence. This can be challenging for both students and instructors, as it requires a willingness to engage in difficult and sometimes uncomfortable discussions. However, Cahn argues that this is essential for the development of critical thinking skills and the ability to navigate complex ethical and intellectual issues. In addition to teaching graduate students and introductory courses, Cahn also offers valuable advice on preparing students for exams and writing papers. He emphasizes the importance of making clear and specific assignments, providing detailed feedback, and encouraging students to seek help when needed. Cahn also emphasizes the importance of balancing high expectations with a supportive and encouraging attitude in order to push students to excel without overwhelming or discouraging them. Chapter 9 of the book delves into the topic of teaching reasoning, emphasizing the important idea that a valid argument can still have a false premise and a true conclusion. It also stresses the importance of understanding and applying the distinction between necessary and sufficient condition. Cahn's argument is rooted in the idea that ethics is not purely subjective but rather based on shared human experiences and values. By recognizing our interdependence and the need for cooperation, we can establish a common ground for ethical decision-making. This challenges the notion that ethics is simply a matter of individual preference or cultural norms and highlights the universal principles that underpin moral judgments. In Chapter 13, the focus shifts to justifying democracy in the face of doubts expressed by philosophers such as Plato. Cahn acknowledges the criticisms of democracy, particularly the concerns about majority rule leading to tyranny or oligarchy. However, he argues that democracy, when properly understood and practiced, is actually the wisest form of government. Drawing on insights from Plato's work, The Statesman, Cahn argues that democracy, while imperfect, is preferable to monarchy or aristocracy. He points out that democracy carries fewer dangers, such as tyranny and oligarchy, and allows for a more inclusive and egalitarian form of governance. By embracing democratic principles, society can better safeguard individual rights and promote the common good. In conclusion, chapters 12 and 13 of the book address important questions about ethics and government. By defending ethics against relativism and justifying democracy in the face of criticism, the author provides a compelling argument for the importance of shared values and democratic governance. Through thoughtful consideration of these issues, readers are challenged to rethink their assumptions and consider the broader implications of their ethical and political beliefs. In Chapter 14 of his book, Cahn puts forth 10 suggestions regarding policies that could potentially revolutionize the way teaching is perceived and valued in academia. These suggestions advocate for a shift towards recognizing and rewarding excellence in teaching, as well as emphasizing the importance of investing in the